I'm going to tell you right now 7 critical errors that applicants make all the time with the application form. These are mistakes that can seriously damage your chances for success. First, ignoring the instructions for Form I-589, the application form. Now, buried on page 5, there's a sentence, for example, that says that if any question doesn't apply to you, you still have to answer. You got to answer with none, not applicable, or unknown. Now, in the past, thousands of applications were rejected because people would just leave questions blank instead of writing in none. If you're not married and you have no children, well, you still got to write in these sections about, your spouse and children. You got to go in and write not applicable in every single answer in that section, even though it seems like you shouldn't have to address it because it doesn't apply to you. Look, it's tedious, but if you don't do it, they could send your application back to you. Second, not properly addressing the 1-year filing deadline. If you missed that deadline, you didn't file in your first year in the United States, you need to explain why in Part C, Question 5. Don't leave it blank. Don't write, I just didn't know about it. The officer needs to understand what specific circumstances prevented you from filing on time. You got to be detailed right there on the form. And third, and related, being too vague in your answers, okay? When the form asks you, for example, what harm you fear, who would harm you and why, you can't just write, well, I fear the government will hurt me. You got to be more detailed. You got to specify what kind of harm, exactly what they do to you. What is it you fear they would do? Is it imprisonment, violence, death? Say what kind of harm. Also, say who within the government would do it. Explain the threats that you received in the past and why they occurred and when. Give details for all of this. Fourth, failing to provide sufficient detail about the harm that you suffered in the past and the predicted ground in your case. You can't just say, someone beat me up. Rather, you got to explain what happened in concrete detail. What were your injuries? What did they do to your body exactly? Did you need medical treatment? How has this affected you? Got to make it crystal clear. Also, what about you it is that's causing them to want to harm you? It's got to be your race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. Okay, fifth, inconsistencies. So maybe in one section in your application form, you say that you were detained 3 times, but then elsewhere, you say that it was 4 detention. Many officers follow a 3 strikes and you're out rule. Sometimes they'll deny you though for a single inconsistency if it's central to your case. So you got to review every single bit of your application packet to make sure that all the facts line up. Sixth, letting someone else complete your asylum application for you. So look, unqualified consultants or so-called notarios make errors constantly. They'll submit your application with information from another client's case or just say things that don't make sense. Okay, these errors can get discovered at your interview and they can be grounds for denial. Seventh, lying or embellishing or exaggerating. Just don't do it, okay? Officers are trained to detect fraud. If they catch you in a lie, even about something that seems minor, it can unravel your entire case. Honesty is the best policy, okay? It's the right thing to do and strategically smart. If you need help with an asylum case, send me the word consult in a direct message.